God's son. How can we reconcile Abia being God's own state with that adage that says that cleanliness is next to godliness? That is why today, in the episode of today's program, we will be looking at improper waste management in Abia State. Abia State Environmental Protection Agency, ASEPA, is saddled with the responsibility of keeping Abia clean, Abia inclusive. Luckily today, I have in the show with me today a notable person, a notable personality who has worked with Abia State Environmental Protection Agency a few years ago in the person of Comrade Cosmos Okenze Wampa. Welcome to the program, sir.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. We are also having in the studio an activist in the person of St. Moses Obonna. Welcome to the program, sir.
Thank you very much.
All right. Mr. Okenze, what are the responsibilities? Can you tell us the responsibilities and the duties of ASEPA?
Thank you. ASEPA, Abia State Environmental Protection Agency, is the agency charged with the responsibility for proper waste management in the state.
Okay.
You understand? In the process, it is the duty of ASEPA to ensure the healthy well-being of the people, Abians in particular, and our environment.
Okay. Okay. Yes, ASEPA is saddled with cleaning of the whole of Abia State, making sure that it is clean. Thank you. St. Moses Obonna, do you have anything contrary to say?
No, I don't have any contrary, but I will add.
Okay.
ASEPA being saddled with the management of the West. As per cleanliness, everybody is saddled with the responsibility of cleaning.
Okay.
We don't heap it on ASEPA alone. If you do that, another is going to break down ASEPA. So everybody is involved in the management of cleanliness in Abia State. What ASEPA is the management or control of how this cleanliness will be carried out.
ASEPA, cleanliness, everybody is involved, according to St. Moses Obonna. Moving on, since ASEPA is being saddled with this responsibility, Samuel, I'm asking you this question. Since ASEPA is saddled with this responsibility
Of the management.
Yes, of the
The
management.
problem is, are they managing it?
Thank you. Why do we see this level of pollution?
That is where our problem is. ASEPA is not managing it very, very well.
Okay.
It's either the fund for ASEPA is not enough, or the fund is being
Managed. Okay.
Before you get to the limits of the individuals, you put them in place.
Okay.
Put rule in place. A rule that will make the citizens know their responsibility, their role in keeping the environment clean. When such rule is not there, the only rule that is there is for you to grab those rules and
Manage the fund.
Without first of all making what
Okay.
you see them pouring their waste in the gutter. You see them pouring their waste anywhere, anyhow.
All right. So Moses, in essence, what you are saying is there should be an orientation from time to time.
The orientation will come after there are rules known by known by the people. I have advised them several on what to do. There is no enough staff of ASEPA or task force of ASEPA that will control the citizens. Not such enough because we have.
I agree with you on that.
The ASEPA had to involve the citizens, the management of waste and cleanliness. I advised them, set up a street committee
Okay.
With the citizens, each street will have a committee of about 10 or 20 as far as the street or large as the street is, that will be assisting us in making sure that citizens on that street comply with the rules made by us. If the violates the rules and they want to come and chase the people, you will know when I have sucked my pure water and drop it into the
Drainage.
It is the committee members that will make sure that the person whose from the drainage on his front shop or front house,
Yes.
it is the committee that will hold him responsible.
Okay.
While ASEPA will enforce that. When you don't do that, my brother, ASEPA will be tied down to the doors,
Okay.
tied down to the buckets, while streets and the villages are as dirty as they are.
Thank you, Sir Moses Obunna. Comrade Okenze, as therefore, what do you have to say to this?
Actually, I worked with us for 3 years, and in the process, I guess I got to waste management. Just as Moses mentioned of certain activity in streets to help the state government in enforcing or carrying out the waste management process practice. I agree with during my time in ASEPA, the then Deputy General Manager, Roland Wakama, rolled out a lot of section programs, which went to the market streets. At a point, we were like going to house campaign, sensitization campaign, teaching these people, Abia residents, the best way to manage their waste through sorting and bagging of waste. But yet, with the whole effort, we found out that the Abia sees death as a culture. You understand? I strongly agree with Mr. Moses that will set up a committee and also encourage government, the present administration, to have the will to carry out waste management practice. Why is it will? At the point, that was 2 years ago when Abia was the executive chairman of Obingwa. There's something he did around Okopo market that impressed me. He closed down the market for days just for them to reset the drainages. You understand? There is always this flood along that Umola road as a result of the blockages of the drainages. Yes. He asked them to reset their gutters. They refused. He had to enforce the policy he made, just like St. Moses mentioned, on them by closing down the market for days. And within 2 days, the whole gutters were deserted. And currently, as we speak right now, once there's a rain, within an hour, the whole water will flush out. Right now. Thank you.
Okay, all right, thank you. Remember, as it is in your area, is a phone-in live program where you can call us, tell us what is happening in your area, be it usual or unusual things. Call us and tell us what people need to know about your area, things we don't know about your area. Tell us whatever. You can also give your opinion in improper waste management in Abia State. Call us and tell us. If you call us in Pidgin or Igbo, you are free to do that. The number here is 0916-828-4994. I repeat again, 0916-828-4994. All right, Comrade Okenze, please, can you tell us what is waste management in a language that the layman will understand?
Waste management is the proper handling and disposal of waste.
Okay.
From the source. From the source, the main source, I mean where the waste is being generated from.
Okay.
Our homes, churches, marketplaces, offices, down to the point of final disposal. That's the final dump site.
Okay.
Just like Moses made mention of we, the people, being part of waste
Cleanliness, yes.
waste management. You understand? So waste management has to do with the proper management of the waste, from the source itself, down to till it gets to the final dump site.
All right. Can you give an example of what you mean by waste management? How to sort this waste?
Fine. We encourage people to manage. The best way to manage waste from the source is by sorting the waste according to its method of decay.
Okay.
Because we have organic waste and non-organic waste. Organic waste, mainly the food waste.
Yes.
You understand?
The decays.
Yeah, those ones that can decay so fast.
Okay.
You sort them when you generate waste from our homes. It's advisable we sort them according to, be it organic, you sort it in a different waste basket or bag rather.
Okay.
And those ones that are non-decayable, you place them in another bag. It will help the government and its agency to manage it properly. When you get to the maybe Asepa bucket or receptacle, you dump them according to the way you must have sorted them from the source. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
Yes.
You sort the organic waste from the inorganic rather, place them in different bags and dispose at the Asepa receptacle.
Okay. Come in, say, I've been hearing about waste to wealth. Is Asepa practicing waste to wealth?
At a point, under Honorable Roland Wakama as the DG of Asepa Abazon, he rolled out a program called Waste to Wealth. Yes, that he did in a way to reduce the quantity of plastics in our drainages.
Okay.
But I think that program had a little challenges which has to do with funding and also having a ready market for the plastic. Yes, bleaches rather. Bleaches, you understand? Due to poor funding from the government and a ready market for plastics.
Now, do you think that it would have been better if there is a plastic recycling company that would have done this properly? Do you think that waste wealth could have been better with that kind of company here?
Yeah, I agree with you. With a recycling plant in states, it will make it easier for government to achieve this. Why it will make it easier is the Abians will see it as a room to make money out of wealth. Yeah. Because I could remember during that time, Honorable Roland tried buying plastics and nylons from Abia and Abia residents. You understand? There was this rush. Even after the rain, you find it difficult seeing plastics in the drainages. So if we have a recycling plant, you understand? Asepa will have a place. There won't be need for sorting out for outside the state. Okay. Asepa will have a place to put these plants and return them in another form to the market. Okay. Which will also generate money for the government.
Okay. Thank you, Comrade. Okay. Over to you, Moses. I know you had Comrade. What you have to say?
When the Bible, I get happier.
Okay.
Why does the spirit is weak?
But the flesh is weak.
Very weak. You don't plan a thing, to better lives. You have not even I know the people who came from Lagos to set up a plant, to do a partnership, a kind of partnership with us.
Really?
Yes. So that all these wastes will be recycled.
Because
because chief father also. You see, when you are found in a position of leadership and power, you don't think about the welfare of the ordinary person on the street. And you will, in thinking about yourself and your family, your spirit will be willing. Your flesh
will be weak.
So weak that the spirit will so die. What he is saying is what Asepa ought to do, but not for Asepa to set up a recycle plant. Because the spirit is weak, but the money
is not there.
It's not there. That is why all the people that brought their proposals ended in the trash can. They were received very well, praised. Even the person that brought them was given accolade. Say, yeah, this is what we want. But when it comes to do it, remember what my friend Jimmy Cliff said. Action speaks louder than words. He gave 3 conditions. That it has to be done. Comes to do it, you do it. That which is done must be seen. That which is seen must show. If these 3 things are found in your action, then it will begin to speak louder than voice. Not talking, and making noise. The Roland Nwakama he's talking about was my friend. He's my friend. The problem in Abia is that not that you don't have those who give you advice. It's because we have those who don't take the advice. To take the advice from them. If you're not don't take advice. How can you ask people to buy? Is it waterproof? What do people call it?
Waist bag.
Waist bag. And you put the price. These people we are talking about who will buy the waist price, you have already given them what they will be paying as a SEPA levy. Is it a SEPA levy?
Yeah.
I will be confirming from you because I'm not part of it. They have an levy. The company that collects SEPA levy is from SEPA. Get what I'm saying?
Contractors.
The contractor that collects the levy is not part of SEPA. Does not use the fund. Whoever they use the fund with only that SEPA will wait at the end of the month for allocation to come. When the allocation comes, some of the directors use it to pay their children salary who are not staff of ASEPA. We heard that some wives of the directors were collecting salaries in ASEPA. Why the real staff of ASEPA are participants, peanuts, and they are mandated to work. They are supposed to be in ASEPA by 5 o'clock. You see them sweeping the street and to be paid 10,000. When somebody is collecting levies on every building and people are paying, after paying those levies, you give them another one to buy
ASEPA bag.
ASEPA bag.
ASEPA bucket.
And when you catch them at the dumps, you set up courts, revenue courts,
Mobile court.
that will task them. All these monies that are being generated are not used by ASEPA to enhance the job of ASEPA. That is why it appeared that ASEPA. Do you know when I suggested the street committee the first thing they ask me, how will they be paid? Because it is the money that is more important, and not the job, not the will to do the job. The committee people will be what we call voluntary committees. People who will even be happy to say that they are part and parcel. Any government that does not involve the citizens will be doing less, will be achieving very, very less. Because Igbo man says, no, if you don't involve the okulos, who knows where the fish is being hidden, and you expect to call here from somewhere to come and work and perfect what you want, you'll be making a mistake. If you want to know how many landlords that are in Azikiwe, it is the committee that will tell you. Because most of the landlords have 20 people and they clear one. It is the committee at Azikiwe that will tell you the landlord in Azikiwe. And the name will occur at Oboya Road. That same name will occur at Asa Road. That is how you will generate the income on property tax. You see, if we set up these committees, they will assist the government. My brother, there is revenue in Abia. Abia people are not dirty. Only that how they are managed has made them. When I went to Akwa Ibom, do you know that after drinking my pure water, I could not see where to throw it.
Because
everywhere is neat.
Exactly clean.
And the shop, if you draw it back, and the owner of the shop will say, okay, come, pick it. Because he will be the person to be held responsible. The same me who took my pure water in Abia, but I couldn't, couldn't drop it. We drink it and fling it into gutter.
Yes.
Because there is no eye that is watching me. We are waiting for task force that drives in a rickety, in a hired bus. That their own motive is only to get enough money to pay the bus and they share the rest. That is why we are where we are. And when you come, they call you controversial. You have come to spoil their business. Who is interested? If Alexoti wants to work, he will come down to the citizens and make use of them. They are willing to work with him.
Thank you, St. Moses Obunna. I have another question for you. St. Moses, what do you think are the causes of improper waste disposal in Abia?
Because there is no proper management of waste. Everybody here is lawless. Every woman, even in America. If you see our people who come back from America, what they hear? If you are this,
okay.
But because there are law set up, and there are enforcers to you invite yourself for a meeting. Do you know in London, if you flog your child and they hear the scream, a neighbor will invite the police and they will cut away all the children in that house and they send you back to Nigeria. But yeah, you flog your child. In fact, a match on them. If they go overseas, they see how neat the environment is. Every compound should have a bucket, small drop or bucket, not a bag. In fact, ASEPA should recruit private waste removers.
Okay.
Every yard, every person is willing and ready to pay 5 naira, 2 naira to a truck pusher. We used to have them in Abia.
There are many.
But because there is no immediate person within the environment to caution reckless waste handlers. And again, because there is nothing they see ASEPA is doing that is charging them for ASEPA levy.
Okay.
Do you know even we pay ASEPA levy on vehicles? The citizens become so angry against ASEPA. Okunu chorolo, leya, ye banana after eating the banana. I have paid. That is why the citizens are not made friendly with the agency and government. Because agency is not part of ASEPA. It's the agency that is ASEPA. It's not part of the contractors that are engaged. They don't care about the welfare of the citizens.
Okay.
In fact, if they come to your compound that it is very neat, they are not happy because they won't collect any penalty from you. It's like when police stops you on the street and asks you if your particular city is complete, and they search everywhere. There's nothing found. They look at you. They saw a guy why is the plate number rough? They are not happy your particulars are complete because there is no money to come. Everybody focuses. That's why when I watch Alex Oti talk, says, I will remove this feeding bottle from their mouth.
All right, thank you, St. Moses Ubuna. Comrade, please do justice to that. Do you agree with him?
Yeah, I strongly agree with St. Moses, but I just want to add a little.
Okay.
One of which I would say is the major problem of waste management in Abia is the insincerity, you understand, of the government and its agency in managing this waste. Why I say insincerity is this, like the leadership or the head of affair of ASEPA is mounted, a politician rather is being appointed for such position.
Okay.
So ASEPA, maybe the GM or DG position is seen as a kind of settlement for politician.
Okay.
And once a politician is being appointed as a GM or DG, you see his relations, friends, run to him for maybe employment. And most of these persons employed in the agency end up doing nothing, which tends to affect the agency.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
Because just like he made mention earlier, that there are some directors who place their family members on salary. Yes, it happens at the expense of the main field workers who get to be paid lesser. When you pay somebody, when you don't take good care of the field worker, definitely you will not perform well. You understand?
Yes.
You see, some evacuators are being paid less than 20. No evacuator in ASEPA is paid more than 20,000 naira. And these are the people that do the main work.
Who are these evacuators?
These are the, thank you. Evacuators are the main people who tend to, scoop the waste, either from the bucket to the compactors. Or trippers that comes to pick the waste from maybe a strategic point in our streets to the final dump site. You understand? So these people are not taken good care of. These tend to affect both their health and their the energy they put in the work.
Okay. All right, comrade. Thank you. Now, comrade, I have another question for you. In Abia State, unlike other states, receptacle, this one we locally call ASEPA buckets, are limited, which I think is the major factor why there is a high increase of indiscriminate waste disposal. Do you think it is inefficiency of the agency, or that the government has failed to provide this agency with the necessary facilities that they need to work efficiently?
It still falls back to the insincerity with the government. One thing I realized while working in the agency is that the ASEPA is poorly funded.
Okay.
I can say this because during the last administration, there was a time we celebrated the arrival of about 2 compactors and 1 roll-up from the state government. We later found out that these compactors were outdated, as in dumped in Germany, only for the last administration to refurbish and give to the agency.
Through the senior, is it senior?
SSA or whatever. But with this, the compactors ended up working just within 3 months. They arrived the agency. So I take it as a poor funding from the government, not the head of the agency.
Okay.
What I say is this: if even the present government wants ASEPA to perform as an agency, it should take care of everything that it does.
Okay.
That is the meaning of agency. What the government is supposed to do is to give them some subventions.
Okay.
All right?
Yes.
They should generate their income. You don't contract to someone, give to your friends, and they ask ASEPA to wait until the end of the month when you give them their allocations. And the allocation, you know, is not enough. I said this thing every day, even on the air. I became the enemy of the powers that be. I said, why should you contract ASEPA revenue to private individuals? And that is where the money is. Yes. You know how many buildings here? Each of the buildings pay ASEPA. There's no building here that does not pay infrastructure, that does not pay ASEPA. And who collects it? It is not the agency. It is some contractors. They contract ASEPA. They contract those who catch, those who don't. Every blood of ASEPA is contracted out. So until the government stops it and makes the agency responsible for generating their income, they will give them some subventions. So that is the only time we will now look into the face of the director. I know one director general of ASEPA, you know, that was the made the DG, a woman. She was made DG, you know my. And we have deputy general managers of different zones. Do you know that DG could not pay, and it was a an agency. She also had some people working under her. They made it impossible for her to generate 1 kobo to even pay herself a salary, because all the zones, all the allocations go to the zones. ASEPA Abazu, ASEPA Ometo, ASEPA Abia, or whatever. They are giving. Nothing was left for the central ASEPA. The woman left out of frustration. She was the voice of Jacob, operating with the hand of Esau. If this present administration wants to work the way we have seen this here, they should come down, not removing everybody. Look at those who are angry over the system. Invite them. They will tell you what the system does. The area that is good, the area that is bad. Those that is bad, you look at it. Those that seem good to them, you also look at it and see whether actually it is good or sentimentally seem to be good.
All right, sir. Thank you.
Please, I just want to
Add something.
not really add. I don't agree with him totally on the side, on the, how will I say, ASEPA giving out revenue to revenue contractors,
Okay.
consultants rather. The only thing, the problem with revenue collection, ASEPA revenue collection, is just like I said, they see it as an opportunity to settle a supporter. You understand?
Okay.
But if the agency gives out revenue collection to competent or responsible or reliable agencies or consultants, there are consultants, revenue consultants that collect revenues on behalf of the government and give full account. You understand? They can invite the consultants to pick up the collection of the revenue, ASEPA revenue, and the agency monitors the collection.
Okay.
You understand? Fine, the agency can raise revenue or resources to carry out all these daily activities. There is nothing wrong. What I'm saying is that there's nothing wrong in giving out these revenue contracts to consultants.
Okay.
Just that most times or way back, these revenues were mainly given out to friends or supporters of a ruling party in the state.
Okay.
I disagree with him. I do not see the need for consultants to collect revenue.
Okay.
If you invite a consultant in ASEPA or whichever government agency, the consultant is to guide you, give you templates on how you should make revenue, not going to collect the revenue. Now, listen. Do you know why the civil service, all the employees there are suffering? Because of the menace of the consultants. Every revenue in Abia State is given to consultants.
Okay.
While you have workers who sit in the office doing absolutely nothing, waiting for people who are not your employees. They do not have any code of conduct of the agency or the civil service. They are not abiding. They do not abide by the rules of the system.
Okay.
Collect the money. If not for the e-ticket that came, what they would do was to collect. They say you pay 100 million for ASEPA.
Yes.
You pay advance 10 million. Nobody will see you again. You collect 101 million. Nobody is interested. You divide it, give them their percentage, and go.
Okay.
What I advocate is this: every agency should have a department for revenue collection using their staff.
Okay.
If it is e-ticket system, it is your staff that will go and operate the e-ticket and make sure. In fact, what they should be doing is giving demand notices. You use your staff to give demand notices at the end of the month or year. When you refuse to pay, the same staff will go around and they summon you to court, pointing to you where the court is. If you don't come, it is now the court that will send people to arrest you. A situation you bring consultants who are not staff of you to collect your money,
Yes.
and bring for you to eat while your staffs are sitting in the office. My brother, if not for e-ticket, it would never work.
All right. Thank you, St. Moses Obuna. We will be going for a short break. Keep watching. We'll be right back. Welcome back. The program is As It Is in Your Area. To participate in this program or call us and tell us what is happening in your area, please, our line still remain 0916-828-4994. I repeat again, our line still remains 0916-828-4994. Okay, Nze, moving on. What are the negative effects of improper waste disposal in Abia State?
Firstly, on the people, when these waste are not properly managed, it normally have adverse effects on us in terms of our health, and because these wastes, when not managed, properly managed rather, tend to breed ground having for rodents and pests like mosquitoes, which tend to transmit malaria. So money meant for other things or the upkeep of kids or family are being spent for treatment. You understand? On our street, on the state or government, when waste, it's more expensive to manage waste when it's not properly managed. When it's not properly managed, or from the source to the dump site or the bucket, it costs government more, which sometimes you hear of intervention. That intervention means that the agency cannot manage this waste any longer, so it has to call in for help. Either from consultants or from private individuals to help, and it makes the agency or government pay more to manage this waste. Our streets are being littered with waste. When we talk of improper management, we also talk of how does the agency manage this waste. You see some municipal trucks carrying waste without covering the waste. When breeze blows, it tends to blow up these things and litter the streets, so it makes the streets unkempt, as in dirty, look dirty too.
That means improper waste disposal makes the environment unfriendly, and then it affects our health. All right, thank you. St. Moses Obuna, do you have anything contrary?
Yes, no, not contrary. I remember when there was a separate
at the Melogu.
My brother, that place was bad. I called the DG then. They come, they can't sleep. Mosquitoes, flies, the odor. The man refused to listen to me. You know what I did? I gave his number to 1,000 people. And I asked them to start calling him. God said, why did you do this? Come and remove this thing. You will rest as we are not resting. He removed it. You see, the thing is bad. Then, every little child there
was sick.
Parents were suffering. You can't bring your friend to your house. Say, Ascent, are you living here? So the health hazard is unexplainable.
Okay.
Once you mismanage waste, especially siting a tomb within residential, you do not invite pest
fumigators.
Yes, to fumigate the place.
Okay.
Like there is one at the Borough Pit at Emelogo. They are now using. The citizens are using it, not as a the people within, because there is no presence of ASEPA in Emelogo. And that area, even the what do you call it, housing estates, there, no presence. Only along the streets.
Okay.
Major streets,
Major
like
road.
the Opobo.
Oh, major road. Okay.
But if you come into Emelogo, there's no ASEPA presence. All the people living there now choose to go to the Borough Pit and they
dispose their waste. Okay.
So it behoves on ASEPA to set up these little committees, like in the rural areas, use the villages to monitor waste disposal.
Okay. All right.
We have people we used to call Ndola.
Health workers.
ASEPA came and established their own that were not trained at all. Removing the responsibilities of the primary health workers. I know there was a time it generated some conflict between ASEPA health workers and the real government health workers. The real government health workers are the people also managing the primary health facilities. ASEPA was interested in money. They created their own. Do the job. They wouldn't tell you to do the job. So, if the government wants the people to enjoy ASEPA as an agency, they should attach them with state orientation agency. I know ASEPA has some people who go to sensitize the people. They should also work with state orientation agency. When I advised for the creation of state orientation agency, we never had it before. I was part of the people that advised Okezie as the former governor to set it up. Unfortunately, when it was set up, the spirit also was willing. The flesh was so weak that the state orientation agency did not function any day because there was no money.
All right, sir. So you've done justice to that. Away from that, Comrade Okenzie, let's look into the drainages in Abia State. 95%, according to my research, 95% of drainages in Abia is filled up with plastic waste. When you go to the drainage in Esupu Road, you know Esupu. Then when you go to School Road, if you watch these drainages, they are filled up with plastic waste. Now, as an insider, if you are given that tax, what measures do you think the agency should apply to stop this menace?
Earlier I made mention of Honorable Roland Wakama's strategy of waste to work program he rolled out. That was in 2017, 2018, and it really worked. Just that it faced a little challenges that has to do with finance from the state. Once you make Abia residents know that these plastics can give them money, you will see everyone hustle to pick these plastics from the gutters and sell to the agency.
Okay.
You understand? We also talked about setting up a recycling plant. Once there's, because the challenges Honorable Roland had with his waste to wealth program that time was as a result of having a market for the plastic. Because at the point, the plastics became a kind of nuisance in our office here. Then, so because he could not source for a reliable market for these plastics. But if there be a recycling plant in the states, government, the agency, as an agency of the government, can buy these plastics from Abia residents and sell out or make use of the recycling plant to recycle this plastic waste and bring them into the market in another form.
Okay, thank you.
No department of the government works in isolation.
Okay, all right.
When you keep the gutters open, if the gutters are open, my brother, me too here, will be tempted to throw
into the drainage.
plastic into the drainage. I think that it is the responsibility of every to cover, not the government. It is not
drainage.
the government that's supposed to cover the drainage before you are here, because you are supposed to park your vehicle. There is an 8 meter provided from the house
to the drainage.
We are not supposed to park on the road.
Okay.
If you are visiting 49 St. Michael's, you push your vehicle there. If it is not covered, no vehicle will go in. That is why all these spaces are now used as shops. Because the government that is supposed to enforce it, that is the environment, is now looking at works.
Okay.
That it is the duty of the works
To do that.
after removing the drainage to cover it. It's not true. It is the landlord. It is part of the ingress ways of entering his yard. He should put slabs and cover it. Because there is planning system, there will now be a thing like a removable slab that can be opened to see whether there are blockages, and the fact where the construction company works very well, they will now put something like nets intermittently, so that even if there is something that's that the flood is carrying, a certain net will block it. So when they open that place, they remove it.
Okay.
By then there is an overflow. You now look for the cause of the overflow. You remove it, and the thing will keep floating. We have social responsibilities. Government does not do everything. It is for the people, for the government to sensitize the people to know. That's why you see people who wants to build house, they carry their gravel, their cement at the middle of the road and start mixing. As per we cross it and begin to chase about somebody who dropped pure water. If we organize ourselves very well, Abba will be clean.
Okay. All right, sir. So Moses Obunna, from my research also, I found out that road users contribute to 40 to 50% of the nuisance constituted in the streets of Abba and its environs. Now I ask, if you're giving that tax, what do you think the agency should do to control this?
If the agency cannot control anything,
Okay.
because they will not be there when they use road use passing and dropping the nuisance.
Let's take this. Hello, welcome to the program. Go on, sir.
They will not be there. That's why there should be committee members, people who are residents, who are there every time to monitor the movement of these vehicles. And you see, somebody from Akwa Ibom, I've said it before, cannot drop that thing in Akwa Ibom. It's like road users in Abia. Those reckless people going to Port Harcourt.
Yes.
I say, hey, local port.
Excuse me, sir, let's take this. Good afternoon.
What kind of? So, I say, about port. Because of the consciousness there. Here they're interested in money and not interested on enforcement. I heard somebody says you are using intimidation. We don't want to use intimidation. We don't want to use force. Everybody is lawless without enforcement. That's why it is called enforcement.
Enforcement, yes. Yes.
If you use carrot on these road users, they will collect it from you and they eat.
Okay. Thank you, Sir Moses Obunna. Comrade, briefly, what do you have to say to that?
There is this measure of every vehicle on the road having plastic waste buckets.
Okay.
But I got to realize that even the drivers of the vehicle tend to give passengers instruction not to dump anything in that bucket. You understand? Because mainly, if you look at the main waste generated in the buses are organic ones that can decay. You understand? Like banana peels. You understand? So drivers tend to encourage passengers.
Comrade, let's take this. Good afternoon, welcome to the show. Your name and your location.
Good afternoon, this is Oye
Grace. Mrs. Grace, welcome to the program.
Oh, thank you. I thank God you have recognized my voice.
Yes,
today.
I recognize your voice. Welcome to the program. Please go ahead. What is happening in your area? Tell us.
I really appreciate you on this wonderful topic you brought out today. After past today, the another topic of the day. We don't know how to discuss them. We don't know even what to say, and they will be happy, and what to say, they will not be happy.
Go on.
Like, I saw an old woman who was sweeping the road.
Okay.
That she's one of those women that sweep road.
Okay.
So, while discharging her duties, after sweeping, she will be patting the wet with her bare hands, no glove, no packer, no anesthetic or hand sanitizer. So, and there will be no road sign, for incoming vehicles to know that someone is at work. No caution, nothing. No one will just be risking her life in the name of working for government.
Grace, I'm hearing you.
So, that is the reason why the women who step the road all the time, they are always hitting down by vehicles. So, in this aspect of their carelessness, what will be the administration, or what will the administration look into?
Okay, the administration, this present administration should look into that, right? That's what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I believe that they are watching. I know that they will do something.
Okay. That's true.
Okay.
So, and another thing I need to contribute there is, the dump site for West shouldn't be anywhere close to the residential areas. It should be in an isolated area because of the pollution and health risks involved.
Oh, thank you so much, Grace. Thank
So
you
I have
so much.
another question to ask.
Okay,
like
please.
in our areas today, especially let me use Abia as an example.
Okay.
Why digging the gutters? I know government usually pay the workers that dig gutters.
Okay.
So why is it that after digging the gutters, they will not make a proper arrangement to pack those waste which are being brought out from the gutter? They will still allow them to go inside the gutter again. So is that a proper cleanup?
No, it is not. It is not. It is not. I believe the agency are watching us and they will do something about it, because this is one thing with Abba. They will remove the waste from the drainages. Now, to remove it is another problem. Grace, I am so happy you called. Thank you so much for contributing and your questions. I believe my guest today will say more. Keep watching. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. May God continue to strengthen you the more.
Thank you there. Thank you, Grace. Comrade, I know you heard her.
Yeah.
St. Moses, I know you heard her. What do you have to say to what she said?
Talking about the agency equipping its staff. Few staff
Yes.
with
Gloves.
The gloves,
or tools to materials to work
Wow.
with. I know, and I strongly believe too, that most times these things are being provided to these field officers, you understand, workers, but they don't make use of it.
Really?
Yes, my friend Obin Amalaha, during his time too in Asepa, was a field supervisor.
Okay.
You understand? And I know there are times he tried to enforce these people to use hand gloves. You understand? And they said they find it difficult working
With
with
the
these
gloves.
things. Then they don't even think, most of these field of workers too, don't even know the adverse effects of having a direct contact with the waste.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes.
So it's not just the problem of the agencies, but the only thing is this, still on enforcement. It is the duty of the agency to make these field workers know that you must use these materials provided for your own good.
Safety, yes.
You understand? If they don't use it, then they shouldn't work.
Okay.
That is my own advice on that of the. Yeah. Then she made mention of the waste deserted from gutters being found itself back into the gutters after it must have been brought out. Yeah, it has always been one problem, major problem with ASEPA as an agency of the government. Mainly during maybe sanitation cleanup days, or sometimes they ask streets to desert the gutters that they will come, and you find out at the end of the day they don't send trucks or trippers to go and pick up these things. Reasons still being the inadequate. I mean, there are not enough capital because ASEPA do not have enough trucks to do this, and it will cost them money to hire one and send to the streets during sanitation days. You understand? So it still goes back to poor funding from the government.
Okay.
That is the problems ASEPA is having in that area.
All right.
So, and she made mention of citing a dump close to residential area. There's this land refuel system or land recovery system that ASEPA adopted, which is why it seems as if ASEPA sites dumps close to residential area. You get those lands lost to gully erosions. ASEPA, in order to save that same environment, tends to site its dump. Yes, it has adverse effect on the people the populace living in that area. The only thing is this: that area should be regularly fumigated to control the smell. You understand?
Yeah.
But they are doing it to recover and save that same environment. Thank you.
All right. St. Moses, do you have anything to say?
You see, my worry is that everything you do in this life, you plan.
Okay.
Most people who are appointed to head these agencies, or the director, or this director, that, most of them don't know how to generate income. They rely on the, I know one DG, the moment he was appointed, he was my friend. Do you know how much they pay one, do you call them excavator?
Yeah, payloaders.
Payloaders. You know how much they pay them a day? More than 400,000. One. I told him, go to the sellers, the marketers of these payloaders, buy 100. The government will guarantee it. This for 400,000 you used to pay. Use it to pay them. That you wouldn't know when you have flooded Abia with payloaders.
That's true.
He never did it. You see, because they are interested in their pockets. When I price you 400 a day, say, you know, say this thing at 200. Let me get 100. These other directors get 100. You agree? That is not what I call management. If they had adopted this system, that you go to the marketers of these payloaders, you say we need 10 for Abia or 20 for Abia, 20 for mine, that's 40. How much? They say it's billion, is that. This is how we will pay. Government, if our allocation is so much. In fact, the amount we lose in paying, hiring these payloaders, all of them will be used in paying back to the suppliers. My brother, ASEPA will not have the problem they are having. Like he has said, if you supply somebody with gloves
and mask,
caution signs, and all that, there should be a supervisor.
Okay.
Because the people they employ, many of them are aged women who are interested in eking out a living. They're not interested whether they live or not. It is you. In the first place, those old women should not be employed.
Okay.
You're employing the old women because you need the cheap labor. You should employ men who knows the
side effects of not working with
those
those things.
who are strong enough. If you employ 30 women to sweep an area, you can use the same money to employ 10 strong people. They will cover the same area.
Okay.
And better and on time. They will not be sitting at the side of the road. They will know the meaning of caution sign. You see them coming by 5 o'clock. When it is still that, I nearly hit one day. I missed that woman by the special grace of God. No caution sign. No light. I remember when Oketi Bazo was doing ASEPA work. ASEPA work should not be done in the day. Road construction should not be done in the day.
I agree with
Put
you.
a light. When everybody is asleep, go and build your road and they remove your, evacuate your
West.
They won't do that. When it is there, you see them struggling with people on the street. It is a matter of who knows what he wants to do.
All right, thank you, sir. I'm still on the health of the welfare of the workers. Comrade Okezi, considering the health hazard associated with waste management, don't you think the field workers should be placed on a good health welfare plan fully sponsored by the government.
That's why they have health
Officers in the agency.
health
Is
department.
it functioning?
Yes.
Beautiful, it's not.
It is. The fact remains that ASEPA has a health department, and I believe that there are medical equipments too in the agency there that.
You know what your health department does?
No, they because we have had cases where ASEPA field workers have accidents and this medical team attends to them. The only area that the agency needs to improve is or introduce into the health department is a psychological department to inspect the psychology of its field workers. Okay. Because this direct contact with this waste, when it's being heated up by the sun, the vapor, you understand, from that the waste you get could make one as high as any height can be.
Do you know
that is what I'm saying. That is why it tends to affect them mentally. So most of these evacuators should undergo psychological tests.
Okay, from time to time.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, thank you.
But you have sidelined the health provision of health facilities for these people. I believe that if ASEPA sincerely the reason for setting up health department was not to go for primary health, it should be to provide medical facilities for the staff.
Okay.
Not going to inspect the
toilets. Okay.
They should be medical doctors.
Okay.
Not to health workers.
Okay.
Medical doctors. A facility that is well equipped so that these people who are stationed in these dates areas 24 hours at the end of every work, they should be treated by some medical doctors. They should be looked over. Drugs should be given to them. They should be treated daily.
Okay.
There should be drugs given to them daily to detoxify whatever toxic substance that goes into them. Okay. But we don't have it.
Okay.
What we have are health workers that are dragging a job with the primary health workers.
All right, sir, we are running out of time. Barrister St. Moses, I have another question for you. Do you think this present administration should open up ASEPA by allowing private investors? Do you think it's a wise decision? Do you think they should do that?
Yes, the private investors should work in private partnership system with ASEPA.
Okay.
Like we talk about recycling the waste.
Okay.
They should be part and parcel or in partnership with ASEPA. Not people who will come. When we get these plastics, we give to them. They declare their profit and go home. No.
Okay.
They should work as in partnership with ASEPA.
Okay.
There should be a department, industrial department of ASEPA.
Okay. Comrade Okenze, what do you think about that?
No, I strongly agree.
You concur with him?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Great Abians, let's join hands together to make Abia God's own state by keeping it clean. Dispose your waste at ASEPA's approved places. Stop disposing waste into the drainages when it is raining. Road users, please dispose whatever you consume in the waste basket provided in that vehicle. Abia State Government, please see that you provide the agency with the facilities that will enable them work efficiently. Honorable Cosmos, thank you for honoring my invitation today.
You're welcome.
Please, can you, in a jiffy, advise the masses and government?
My advice to Abians, Abia in particular, is to adhere to the ASEPA waste management rules. Like we have time for waste disposal 5 p.m. to 9 p.m.
Okay.
Bag your waste properly. You understand? Because when you don't bag this waste, it's definitely get back to you in an adverse way. Then to the government, there's a strategy when Dr. Kesin Bazo was the DG of ASEPA Bazon. He made use of deployed during his time as ASEPA DG in Abia. He worked at night, just like St. Moses made mention. He appointed bucket managers. Every ASEPA bucket or receptacle had a manager and three bucket minders.
Okay.
At the field of every bucket, the manager made score to the office to send a roll-off to pick the bucket.
Okay.
Yes, and once Abia residents start disposing their waste by 5 p.m., 9, ASEPA takes up its own job of final disposal. In the morning, you see Abia so clean that you wonder when and how did ASEPA take care of the job.
Okay, thank you so much. St. Moses Ubona, thank you for the
cleanliness is the duty of everybody.
Okay.
Me, you, and
everybody.
Even the government. Thank you very much.
Okay, that is it on As It Is in your area today, this week. Thanks for watching. See you soon. I remain your area diva, Onyinye Eze.